You know, when it comes to Mexican, there are 5 places on the Gulf Coast that are the tops. There's one in Orange Grove, one in Long Beach, Cedar Lake, Edgewater Village, and where we are here in Ocean Springs, it's all 5 locations of El Saltillo. Best Mexican you'll find anywhere. Matter of fact, you can go to GulfCoastWeekend.com and find a shorter version of this video and check out all the great food they have that we're gonna go inside right now and show you here in Ocean Springs. Now, Ephraim's the manager here at the El Saltillo in Ocean Springs. How are you?
Yes, sir, I'm doing fine.
Buenos dias, ¿cómo estás?
Buenos dias, buenas tardes.
Buenos estás? Okay. That's about my extent of it. Okay. Let's talk about El Saltillo. You've been around here on the Gulf Coast for quite a while now.
Yes, sir. We've been here since 1996 is the original Saltillo. This is where it all started, where it all took place. My father and his brother Jorge, my father Martin and his brother Jorge are the ones that opened this location. 92 years ago.
Wow.
I mean, 22
years ago.
Okay.
96, 22 years ago. Now, I have been here. I have been to most all the locations because my wife and I love Mexican. And as I said, you know, there's 5 Mexican restaurants out here on the Gulf Coast that are the best, and all 5 of them El Saltillo.
Thank you so much.
And, you know, one of the things I love is, for one thing, is when the way you service the people, you got right away, big old thing of nachos.
Yes, sir.
And and the salsa to go with it, and they're great. They really are.
Sir. Thank you so much.
You mix all that stuff up. Do they mix that up by hand, the salsa and everything?
Yes, sir. The salsa is made by hand every morning. It's fresh. We try to use the freshest ingredients we can possible every day, and I think my guys do a really great job. I think across all locations, I think
they do.
All the restaurants do just
and they're
really
a friendly crew. That's one of the good things. You have specials throughout the week.
Yes,
as well, that people can take advantage of.
Yes, sir. Our current running specials for our margaritas, at least at this location, I think some of the locations vary as far as their special goes. But for this location, we got our small margaritas, frozen or on the rocks for $2.99, and our large margaritas at $5.25, same way, frozen or on the rocks. After 3, for lunch, we do have $2.99 small margarita on the rocks. And then we have lunch specials throughout the week. A lot of people still come and ask us that, but it is throughout the week, Monday through Sunday.
My wife and I, we usually go to the one on Cedar Lake because we live right there. I can tell you right now, my favorite dish, fajitas tejanas.
Fajitas tejanas?
Fajitas tejanas. With, you know, you get the beef in there, the chicken,
you get the trifecta.
And you don't even need the tamales if you want to.
The tortillas, yes, sir.
If you don't want to, and which a lot of times I do, all depends on my mood. That with a nice cold beverage, and you're really going along. Now, you've got some great dishes we're going to be cooking up in the kitchen,
yes,
so we want to step back here and look at what they've got cooking here at El Saltillo. We're at the Ocean Springs location today. So what are we cooking up here?
What we've got going here, Juan Carlos, right now, on the right-hand side, you can see him preparing the carne asada. Carne asada is a traditional Mexican dish. It's incredibly popular. We do that for all our parties, get-togethers, and it's something that's become part of our restaurants, a staple at our restaurants. And what you can see here with the steak bits, which is similar marinade as the carne asada, just cut differently, is going to be for the California burrito, which is incredibly popular.
I know, I love those.
Which is incredibly popular at our restaurants, and everybody just loves them.
I always have some left over.
Yes, sir. There's always plenty left over.
It's like you have one for dinner or lunch, and then you got a meal for the next day.
Yes, sir.
It really is. And that's one of the things that I have to say, Ephraim, y'all are very generous with the proportions of the food that y'all give.
Yes, sir.
This really is. So we're going to let him fix all that up, put it together, and show you the finished product.
But, I think something as far as like the portions go, I think it's just become expected of Mexican restaurants nowadays to be able to provide good quality food and at these large proportions.
So this is the California burrito?
This is the California burrito. It's a little bit different than your traditional Mexican burrito. Traditional Mexican burrito has steak and beans, but this is a little bit more of an Americanized version that's become very popular at our restaurants. What we do with this one is we do a little bit of everything in it. We do rice, beans, steak, lettuce, tomatoes, everything, and we're topping it with our chili con carne sauce and the cheese sauce.
That's what I love. I could take some tortilla chips and just dip in that. That's some good stuff there. Now, what's he fixing up there?
He's finishing up the carne asada here. We put it on the hot skillet, which goes on these wooden boards. And we just top it off and finish it like that.
Wow.
A little bit of jalapeno for the customers that like it, and then they can always keep it off if they don't like it.
Of course, you have to have the lime.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and, you know, one of the things I noticed was all the fresh ingredients that you have. Of course, you got to have all the accoutrements to go along with it to dress it up. But Everything is done fresh.
Yes, sir.
And you can see, I mean, just looking at the way it's set up and everything, your vegetables that you have over here, everything is cut up, you know, nice and fresh. Your guacamole, ready to go.
Oh yeah. A lot of times the guys in the kitchen don't get as much credit as they deserve, in my opinion. You know?
Oh, I mean, I've done enough of these that I know. I mean, they really take a lot of pride in their work, and well deserved, because, as I said, you know, my wife and I love to eat at El Saltillo. I mean, the food is always fresh. It's good. And it comes out hot. Got some great dishes set up here, Ephraim.
Yes, sir.
Now, starting here with the.
We're starting with the carne asada over here. We saw them cooking that in the back. We've got the California burrito. Both incredibly popular dishes available for lunch. Zacatecano.
And what is that?
It's a little different take. My dad came up with that. It's your choice of either chicken or shrimp. It's got poblano pepper, mushrooms, onions, cheese sauce, and it's just a really
avocado.
Yeah, really nice looking dish.
That is nice.
It's really, really good. The name's just a little bit
I'll
harder.
have to try that next time.
Yeah, Zacatecano. It's just a really hard name.
Zacatecano.
But
I'll remember that.
But I would recommend that to anybody.
Okay, and over here?
Pollo Loco, another one of our most popular dishes that we've got. We've got that available also for lunch and dinner. It's just your grilled. A lot of people call it the cheesy chicken. It's your grilled chicken with the grilled onions, cheese sauce on top, rice, beans, pico de gallo, guacamole, and sour cream.
Okay.
And then finishing up. This one's not available on our lunch menu, but it's one of my all-time favorite dishes. It's the carnitas. It's slow cooked fried pork tips, and it's just one of my favorite dishes. So I have to include it, and it's really good. It's done very, very well.
Now you're giving me some new ideas to maybe change from my fajitas tejanas to some of the new dishes that you have here. I definitely have to do that next time I go. Now, also in the back, you have a great room for parties. A large room, long table. Anybody interested in a party, just call, make reservations.
Typically, we can't reserve the room itself because we get so busy at this location recently, because we're pretty much the only Mexican restaurant in Ocean Springs right now. I don't want to say we're the only one, but we're one of the most popular over here, and so we normally can't hold that party room.
Okay.
We can't reserve it, but
you do have it there.
We do use it for our larger parties. They like to sit back there, and we do that for them.
Now tell us the hours that you're open here in Ocean Springs.
We open at 11 in the morning, and weekdays, Monday through Thursday, we close at 10. Friday and Saturday we close at 10:30, and Sundays we close earlier at 9.
And of course, the other stores, they have different hours as well.
They have the different hours.
You can go to the website. You can see it on the screen there. Check them out. But they've got 5 different locations. Great Mexican, El Saltillo.